Christoph Bosshard from KIMOTO. He's going to chat to us a bit about adhesive carrier and protection films for advanced manufacturing. Thanks.
Yeah, good afternoon. It's always interesting to be the last one before the coffee break. So I will talk to you about our products that have adhesives that are used as a matter of supporting you in the printed electronics business, not directly for the end product usually, but used in the process. So our company was founded in 1952 in Japan, Tokyo, and is actually a roll-to-roll coating company and data processing company. So we came actually from geographical mapping, creating maps, and that led us to polyester as a very stable substrate material, and thereon into different industries. So we have around 460 employees, 3 manufacturing locations, two of which are in Japan, 1 is in the US. And we have several certifications. The newest one for us was also automotive, so IATF, that we added a few years ago due to the request from big OEM customers. So when we look at the technologies we offer, we have on one side light control films, light diffusion, reflection, and light absorption. Then we have different kinds of hard coatings that are used in display surfaces, for example, etc. And the one I'm going to talk about in detail today is adhesive technologies, and specifically not the ones that are used to bond long-term, but they're actually removable adhesives, so they can be used in several process steps in production. So this is really a thing that is not a product that is usually visible at the end stage of a product, but may solve some problems in the process, keeping your materials, maybe a stretchable material or a very sensitive material, in a stable way that you can actually process. It may be a printing process, a cutting process, or for further lamination, for example. So the special properties of the ProSafe films are that the adhesives stay removable. So you can actually laminate it to another material, and after temperature influence and over longer time, it's still possible to remove without adhesive traces. So the second feature is that it's usually optically clear. So it can be used, for example, in optical sensor production, in display production, can stay on the product, so you can actually do quality control while it's installed. And you may know this like a typical cell phone you buy, you will have the clear film you remove when you receive it. So sometimes the products stay on the product until they actually arrive at the end user. Heat resistance is a big topic, so there is like a standard range, I would say, up to about 80 degrees. And then we also have special solutions that go up to 150 or even 230 degrees, depending on the processes you may use. And other surface treatments are also possible. I mentioned we do also like diffusion and hard coatings. So in some cases, we may add some additional coatings on the surface. For these protection films, many cases we have like anti-statics, that is a topic. So anti-static coatings are very common. So a typical stack up of such a product is actually, we have a base material, traditionally and mostly used still polyester, PET. But then for like higher temperature applications, also polyamide, but other plastic or polymers can be used as well, but they are not very common. Then usually we have below an adhesive layer. There can be different adhesives I will talk about in detail, a release liner, and as mentioned on top, the functional layer, many cases is like an anti-static, but can also be a hard coating in case you have like a mid or long-term application for protection. So what is it used for? So the application, of course, is if you have a very sensitive surface that you need to protect during the process phase. In optical elements, then very typical actually, we come from the display industry, so we work a lot like in Asia with display production, so that's why usually the products are mostly optical clear. Then of course something new, especially for the printed electronics space, is like stretchable materials. Polyurethane foam materials that need to be kept in place for like